Hey, my name is Chris, and by the end of this short video, I'm going to show you exactly how this cigarette will get droves of hot chicks piling on top of each other, begging for your attention. Just imagine the hottest women chasing you around like sex-crazed puppy dogs in heat, without using bogus pickup tactics that never work, without spending a penny on useless dinners and wasted drinks, and without her ever knowing why she is suddenly obsessed with you. This 3-second formula, backed by leading doctors and psychologists, is so powerful that it'll make even the hottest ice queen feel that indescribable feeling with you that desirable women spend their entire lives looking for in a man, yet rarely experience. Listen, I've pulled this off so many times I've lost count. It even works if she thinks you're lame and unattractive. But before I get into all of that, I must reveal an ugly truth. I received a lot of hate mail from dudes all over the world because of the secret I'm about to share with you. I even had to deactivate my Facebook account. Look, this is not any old technique to just attract women. What I'm about to share with you will trigger uncontrollable desire with any woman. The type of desire that makes her suddenly start making up excuses to call you just so she can hear your voice. She will be so desperate to see you that she will immediately drop any of her plans the minute you want to come over. She will visit sex shops, read countless products on how to give amazing blowjobs, and dress up in hot, kinky lingerie, all to make you happy. But be careful, because this is a serious warning. When you use these secrets, you have to be careful not to attract too many women at once, or your life can quickly become a living hell. It is very dangerous, and once you turn it on, you can never turn it back off. Don't take it lightly. Check out what this dude Leon wrote to me yesterday. Chris, you ruined my life. I can't even go out no more. Since I started using your fucking trick, girls won't leave me the hell alone. My friends don't want to be seen with me because now I get all the girls. Even when I'm not trying, I'm sick of it. I wish I never watched your damn video. This video recently faced a cyber attack to stop me from getting the secret out there to guys like you. Since we've been back online, I have received death threats from more guys than you can count. To be utterly honest, I'm terrified. I try to play it cool, but every time I get a knock at the door, I panic. I want my life back. I'm sick of living in fear. So I have to take this video down for good in the next few days. The clock is ticking. If you are one of the lucky ones listening to this right now, then I repeat, if you are not absolutely sure that you want to get the undying devotion of any woman you want, then stop this video right now. If you are one of the brave few who are still listening, then by the end of this video, I'm going to reveal the first and only blueprint to make any woman irreversibly addicted to you. When you use this proven blueprint, she won't even think about looking at any other dude twice. All she'll ever think about is hearing your voice, feeling your naked body pressed on top of hers, and wrapping her mouth around your cock. Trust me, most women are eager to fulfill your wildest fantasies. They get a lot of pride knowing that they were able to please you like no other girl has before. All you have to do is unlock the natural addiction she already has within her, and I'm going to show you how. Imagine how exciting your life will be when you put these untold secrets to work for you. You can use the technique I'm about to share with you to cheat-proof your relationship. Make that one girl finally want you for good. Or have ongoing sexy little fuck buddies ready to bang you at any time of the day. But first, I need to tell you a crazy story. I hate to share it, but I have to, so you can understand exactly how I went from an awkward, funny-looking dude who regularly stayed home watching Dragon Ball Z to getting young, hot women begging for sex. I even fucked a few MILFs in Cancun at the same time. But that's another story. I wish I always had hot women salivating like hungry dogs for my cock. The brutal truth is, I basically repulsed women until I discovered this underground blueprint that never fails to make women uncontrollably addicted to me. It all started one night when I went to my roommate Josh's work party. As soon as we stepped foot in the door, I saw swarms of hot blondes and brunettes prancing around showing their unbelievable bodies off in tight, dangerously short skirts. Well, at the time, I never thought I would ever get to sleep with even one of them, let alone hundreds. Sadly, I didn't have the guts to approach any of them that night. I remember feeling my jaw and hands tense up at the thought of getting rejected by a woman in public. Even if I had the balls to approach one of the hot girls that night, which I didn't have a clue what to say. If only I knew then what I know now. My roommate Josh texted me saying he left with some girl. I have no idea who it could have been because there was no way Josh could pull any of those 9s and 10s. He's funny looking and probably the most awkward person I've ever met. When I left the party, I saw some girl with short, plain brown hair and glasses sitting outside alone, obviously pretending to be busy on her phone. She said her name was Anna. I wasn't trying to pick her up or anything. Truthfully, I wasn't really attracted to her. I'd rate her about a 5. She wasn't ugly, but she wasn't hot either. You know what I mean? To my surprise, while we were talking, I felt like I could open up to her more than I ever could before. I didn't have to think about what to say because the words just came naturally. She's the type of girl that can actually hold really interesting conversations about random topics. She wasn't one of those ice queen stuck-up bitches, you know what I'm saying? I could tell she really liked me, and to be honest, I was feeling a bit desperate that night, so we ended up making out. She added me on Facebook as soon as she got home, and we kept in touch all the time. As the weeks went by, it was obvious that she was seriously in love with me. She started to trust me and confide in me about some deep personal things. We started hanging out more and more, and to my surprise, I was really falling hard for her. She slowly started invading my mind when she wasn't around. Whenever something funny happened, the first person I thought about was her, and I couldn't wait to tell her about it. I found myself always wanting to try and impress her. The writing was on the wall. I was hooked. Her birthday was coming up, and I figured that it was the perfect day to make it official. I had everything planned out. On her birthday, invited her over and introduced her to my roommate Josh for the first time. When I ran upstairs to get the flowers and card I bought for her, I could hear her laughing downstairs with Josh louder than I ever heard her laugh before. I instantly felt a sudden white-hot surge of jealousy rush through my veins. When I went downstairs, Josh had his pale, scrawny arms wrapped around her waist. She was practically eating out of the palms of his hands. I stood there for what felt like an eternity, but she didn't even so much as glance at me. I went upstairs to cool off and wait for her so we can continue our day. It was her birthday after all, so I didn't want to fuck it up because of a few stupid laughs and a meaningless jealous rage. While I was rationalizing with myself, I heard the door click, and my heart suddenly fell to the floor at the sound of their laughter in the hallway. I buried my face in my pillow, hoping that I was hallucinating. I looked up and saw the flowers I bought her still sitting on my desk. My heart sank into my chest. It felt as if time stopped. I couldn't believe that skinny little science geek stole Anna away from me right in front of my eyes. All I got that night was a text that said, "Don't worry about doing anything for my B-Day. Josh is taking me out." I lay awake the entire night waiting for Josh to come home. But he never did. I felt sick to my stomach and kept replaying the past few months in my mind over and over again. Did she get sick of waiting for me to make it official? Since that day, Anna took longer and longer to reply to my messages and wanted to hang out less and less. I was so afraid of losing her for good that I did absolutely anything she asked. You name it, I did it. She wanted me to come over and help her study for exams. I was right there. She asked me for a ride to the mall. I said, "What time should I pick you up?" I even helped her paint her nails because her hands are too shaky. Pathetic, I know. I felt like I was hanging on by a thread. Every time I wrote her a text, I would weigh every single word as if it were do or die. I always kept my phone on me, waited anxiously for her to respond. Sometimes I had to wait days or even weeks. As soon as I got a response, I would analyze every sentence to figure out exactly what she was trying to say. It was hell. It was like I was sitting in an injectable seat where in any second I could vanish from her life. I wanted to be exactly who she wanted me to be. I tried so hard to please her, but even after doing all of that, I couldn't have her like I once did. I knew I had to take drastic measures to make her feel for me what I felt for her, so I begged her to come with me to my family's cottage. I knew how much she loved the beach, so the offer was too irresistible for her to pass up. Plus, I promised I'd drive and pay for everything. I was the happiest I felt in a long time when she agreed to come and spend the weekend with me. Finally, this was my one chance to get her back. I wasn't going to let anything screw the weekend up. When I got to her house, Josh was waiting in the driveway with his duffel bag slung across his shoulder. He looked at me confused and said, "Didn't Anna tell you that she invited me?" To make matters worse, for the entire ride she sat in the back of the car laughing, touching, and flirting with Josh while I drove. I was just a fucking chauffeur. I felt like a loser. I was all on my own and nobody even knew or cared that I was there. When we finally got to the cottage, I felt so sick to my stomach that I had to leave and get some booze. But when I got back from the liquor store, I couldn't believe what I heard upstairs. Anna screaming "fuck me" repeatedly as she just had the best orgasm of her life. Mike Tyson may as well have punched me in the stomach 5 times and it would still be incomparable to the pain I felt. After that day, everything around me seemed dull and meaningless. I felt a growing emptiness inside of me that I couldn't fill no matter what I did. Every day I felt her absence. I tried so hard to not be obsessed with thoughts and images of her, but everything I saw reminded me of her. The name of a street, something I heard on the radio. I just kept replaying over and over again what happened, analyzing it from every angle. My emotions were on a disastrous loop, from feelings of anger, sadness, to optimism, and right back again. I talked about her to my friends every chance I got, trying to get their perspective on things. The times I felt that I was okay and happy, all it would take was a new picture on her Facebook to make me fall apart again. I spent hundreds of dollars and hours of time trying to figure out how to get over her and absolutely anything else I could lay my hands on that would help me make sense of what happened. One day, Anna called me crying. I hadn't spoken to her in months. My happiness quickly vanished when I realized the only reason she was calling was because Josh wasn't returning her calls anymore. She was desperately trying to figure out what happened. She was addicted to him, the same way I was about her. Later that night, I asked Josh about Anna, and he said he simply got bored of her and was already on to the next. He kept bragging about all the hot girls he was banging. Frankly, I didn't believe any of it. I mean, come on, we're talking about Josh here. He was pale, skinny, with scraggly orange hair and freckles. He looked like a mad scientist. He gave me a smirk and pulled out his phone and showed me hundreds of pictures of hot women sending him naked, sexy pics of themselves. My jaw dropped and I froze. I felt like such a douche. This whole time I completely underestimated Josh. I begged him to tell me his trick. I mean, let's face it, women clearly weren't after him for his looks or his empty bank account. I offered to give him my PS4 in exchange for this underground, psychologically proven trick that made women beg for sex repeatedly. What he revealed to me was something I never heard of before. It is called the addiction stimulation technique. Even after reading all of the seduction programs on the market, none of them ever once mentioned this closely guarded technique. And believe me, I have read every single seduction program that you can find. This was the same technique that he used to steal Anna away from right under my arm and make every other girl uncontrollably addicted to him. He told me that he had first learned about addiction stimulation from a world-renowned female addiction specialist in one of his courses. Basically, addiction stimulation is just a scientific way to say that you can make any woman of your choice irresistibly attracted to you and uncontrollably addicted to you. I immediately locked myself in my room and spent weeks researching everything I could about addiction. What I found was incredible. You see, the process of getting addicted to a man works exactly the same in any woman. So I started testing it out on women that I met wherever I went. The first time I used it, nothing happened. The second time, still nothing. But the third time, the chick smiled, asked me for my name, and asked me to meet her at her apartment later. I thought, damn, I can't believe it actually worked. It's embarrassing to admit, but nothing happened with her because I completely froze. I wasn't used to being around women who were throwing themselves at me like that. After that night, I went straight home and spent the whole night looking through my notes to learn as much as I could about the addiction stimulation technique. I wanted to make the process bulletproof so that anyone could use it at any time and on any woman. I studied addiction stimulation every day for a week, then 2 weeks, then a month, then 6 months. A year went by and I had read over 10 textbooks on addiction and obsession in females, 4 books on subliminal communication with women, and watched over 100 hours of training videos on the female mind, lasting longer in bed, overcoming fears with women, and seduction. From then on, I could attract, seduce, and most of all, make absolutely any woman crave me like a fat kid craves cake. It became second nature. Once you turn the switchboard on within yourself, you can never turn it off. I created brand new techniques and tricks that the world has never seen before, and I compiled it all into a foolproof 5-step system to make any woman addicted to you without fail. So if you're like most people, then you're probably wondering what exactly is this simple system that I use to get women to uncontrollably flirt, make out, and sleep with me time and time again. This powerful formula works 100% of the time on any woman, no matter how smoking hot she is. I even used this formula on 2 sexy lesbians and had the best threesome of my life. If you're truly ready to learn this powerful addiction process, guaranteed to turn any woman into your loyal and devoted sex slave, then I will teach it to you right now. Get a pen and a piece of paper and write this stuff down now before I take this video down for good. Remember, these techniques will get you results instantly, but I'm barely scratching the surface. Make sure you write down the last technique I teach you because that's where I'm going to reveal the crucial trick that got me my first one-night stand with a smoking hot Latina. And I'll also reveal exactly how cigarettes will make a woman addicted to you even if you're fat, ugly, and broke. I must warn you, the reason why this technique is so dangerous is because once you use it, any woman will fall deeper and deeper into their addiction with you. The first technique has to do with creating an emotional high. What this does in the female brain is that it creates a powerful desire within a woman to make her obsessed with wanting to please you in any way you want. Look, most guys make the costly mistake of buying girls drinks and gifts because they think that is what will make her happy and want to sleep with them. Dead wrong. Women have an ultra-sensitive radar to detect desperation. Trust me, they are not sleeping with the chumps who throw their money at them. When you learn the super stealth strategy to create an emotional high, you won't spend a dime. One of the fastest, no-fail ways to create an intense emotional high is to compliment her on one of her problem areas. This is much easier to do with smoking hot women because, unlike what you may think, they are actually the most insecure. The bitch attitude is just a defense mechanism. As soon as you create the emotional high she truly craves, the bitch wall will come crashing down at your feet and she will be begging to spend time with you and will be eager to please you. The secret is to pay attention to easy body language cues that will instantly reveal her insecurities. This is completely under the radar and she won't even know why she all of a sudden wants to come home with you. If you don't know the body language cues I'm talking about, most men don't worry. I'll give you some advice that you can use right now. Here's an easy one I use to bag a few hot chicks. If she only smiles with her mouth closed, it means she is self-conscious of her teeth. All you have to do is tell her she has a gorgeous smile and that she should show it more. Here's another dead easy technique. This is all about withdrawal. You see, the effects of an emotional high will not work if the woman has not felt the emotional laws of not having you around. The mistake most men make is that if they somehow stumble on making a woman feel an emotional high, they stick around her so much that she actually gets repulsed by him. This has probably happened to you before. Think about a time when everything was going well with a girl, and then, all of a sudden, she went ice cold. She became completely unresponsive. That's because you did what most guys do and make her feel repulsed. If you want to avoid a woman getting cold, all you have to do is immediately withdraw from her. She will not expect you to do this, and her mind will suddenly go into panic mode. This is even more effective when she wasn't even attracted to you to begin with. I have gotten the precise way to withdraw down to a science, and if you do it wrong, you could lose her forever. And no, it doesn't involve any of those pathetic wait 3 days to call rules. These techniques are going to get her attention, but they're not going to cause her to drop her soaking wet panties for you and have her begging for your cock again and again. Let me show you exactly how to do that. But first, I need to reveal a huge lie everyone has been telling you that explains exactly why you are never able to land insanely hot chicks. I'm going to start by telling you what women absolutely do not want. Men like you are always scared of approaching hot girls because you think women want guys with big muscles and a full head of hair. That's simply not true. In fact, women always like to be the best-looking one in a relationship. They never want to feel like the guy they're with gets more attention than they do. It's how they're wired biologically. Now, let me tell you what it's actually all about. Just like cigarettes, women get addicted to something that causes a conflict in their logical brain. This makes their irrational brain kick into overdrive. That is why these techniques are proven to be extremely effective on regular dudes and even more effective on guys who are unattractive and broke. This is something I didn't know for most of my life. Listen, every time a woman gets obsessed with a guy, she goes through the same 5-step process. The process that I perfected and used successfully on hundreds of women of different hair colors, heights, and nationalities. I compiled everything I know into a brand new system called the Addiction Blueprint. I realized that the only reason Anna left me for Josh was because, well, He instantly triggered addiction within her. So she uncontrollably became obsessed, which led her to do anything he wanted on command. Every man needs to know how this proven addiction formula works if he truly wants to make any woman become so obsessed with him and want to do absolutely anything for him. Listen to what Jack from Florida had to say about the addiction blueprint. Since I discovered your program last week, I have already slept with the hot chick at work that never even knew I existed. Now she's calling me all the time and waiting for me outside before I get to work. This is crazy. Dan sent me this email. Dude, I used this on 2 chicks I met at a club. I can't believe how easy it was to take them both back to my place. They were jumping on top of each other trying to get to my cock. It was fucking nuts. But now they won't fucking leave me alone. What should I do? Help! Listen, as your friend, I want to help you finally stop losing hot girls you could have slept with, your girlfriend, and women you care about to other dudes who know how to trigger her inner addiction. If in the past you've been dumped, it's not your fault. It's only because you didn't know the breakthrough 5-step blueprint to make her addicted to you on command. Women crave the powerful things of addiction. That's what they call chemistry. As soon as she felt it for another man, she doubted the relationship and left you for him. Trust me, as soon as you start using the addiction blueprint, you will finally feel like a man and get the respect you deserve from women. What is it worth to you that you could have the power to turn any woman into your loyal, devoted girlfriend or sex buddy? Listen, the good news is that the only thing that's missing for you right now is to get your hands on this simple action blueprint. You don't have to make more money, even if you're broke, and you definitely don't have to be better looking. So if you're like most men, you're probably wondering, how much does this addiction blueprint cost? And most importantly, how do I get my hands on it? We'll get to that in a second. But in order to protect myself, first, I want to make it absolutely clear who the addiction blueprint is not for. If you're the kind of person who's never actually going to use this, then please close this video right now. This program is only for guys who are serious about taking action and getting any woman to be addicted to them beyond their control. This scientifically proven program is for you if you want to learn how 6 simple words will allow you to switch on her sexual brain. This is so ninja that she'll instantly imagine herself sleeping with you, even if she wasn't attracted to you. A super stealth move based on primal biological pre-wiring, which subconsciously makes any woman eager to please you and fulfill even your craziest fantasies. The one thing you do that women laugh behind your back about with their friends right before she deletes your number. Avoid it and she'll treat you like a king and brag about you to everyone she knows. And we haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. On page 5, I reveal a closely guarded secret trick that you can use on any woman to make her open up her mind, heart, and her sexy legs to you so that no matter how bad your performance is in bed, she'll be guaranteed to reach her sexual and erotic peak. Going out tonight and want to start using the addiction blueprint right away? I got you covered. Just read the Quick Start Addiction Plan on page 6 that tells you exactly how you can turn on any woman instantly so that you can take her home and bang her, and she'll think it was her idea. The advanced stuff may be too much for you to handle right now, like on page 15 where you'll discover how you can get any woman turned on just by hearing your voice. Her panties will start to get wet, and you'll notice her hand uncontrollably reaching for your cock, even when you're in public. After Mike got the Addiction Blueprint program, he sent me this. I swore to myself I would never buy another seduction program ever again. I decided to make an exception and buy this one, and it was a huge mistake. I used it on the fat waitress I see at Denny's because I was seriously skeptical that this would actually work, and now she won't fucking leave me alone. Here's an email I got from Thomas. I fucked more women in the past 2 weeks than I have in the past 2 years. I owe you my life, dude. Look, paying for dates with women, dinners, and drinks, that stuff adds up to thousands of dollars for those losers. What do you think would be a fair price to finally bang the hottest chicks you ever thought you could have? $2,000? $1,000? Most men would consider $9.97 an absolutely fair price for this power, especially with the bonuses you're also going to get. But that's not what you're going to pay right now. You're not even going to pay half of that. You won't even pay $147. For today only, the first 500 guys who take action will get the Addiction Blueprint for the one-time low price of only $67 by clicking the button below this video. Break that down over the next month and it comes out to about $2 a day. I have to tell you, you're pretty lucky you stumbled upon this page when you did, because if you don't act now and click the button below this video, your spot will be passed on to the next lucky guy. This video announcement is going out to hundreds of thousands of men like you. Do not hesitate on this. You can make your purchase with confidence because I'm going to take on all the risk. I will let you test drive this scientifically proven program for 2 months, which is more than enough time to make as many women as you have time for uncontrollably addicted to you. For whatever reason, within the next 2 months, if you're not completely satisfied, just shoot me an email and I'll personally refund you every penny. Here are the 4 free bonus programs I'm including with your purchase today. First, you'll get the Unbreakable Confidence with Women Mind Programming Hypnosis audio made by one of the best hypnotherapists in the world, especially for you. Just listen to 1 session of this stuff with your eyes closed and you'll rewire your brain to put everything you learn in the Addiction Blueprint into action. This is normally worth $197, but I'm going to give it to you for free if you take action right now. You'll also get the underground 71-minute audio training Daytime Seduction Blueprint, which is normally worth $97, but yours free today. I'm including this program so that you can make women addicted to you at any time of the day. Here you'll learn how to pick up hot women walking on the street, at the coffee shop, or at the mall. Just this alone is worth getting the Addiction Blueprint right now. Plus, why limit your addiction powers to picking up regular girls at average clubs? I'm giving you the value-packed 68-minute audio training High-End Club Secrets that reveals how to unlock the code to get into the hottest clubs filled with the most beautiful women in the world without ever having to grease the bouncer. Trust me, this is like a secret world that 99% of the world doesn't even know exists. The first time I used this, I met Miss Universe, and I won't tell you what happened next. This system is worth $97, but you're getting it for free today. You're also getting access to the special report, How to Last Longer, because you and I both know how much sex you'll be having as soon as you get your hand on the Addiction Blueprint. The report normally sells for $47, but it's yours free today. All of this is free when you click the button below this video. The only thing is, I can only give away those 4 life-changing bonuses to the first 50 guys who order today. These bonuses have a value of well over $400. It's my way of saying thank you to the action takers out there who are truly ready for real power. Just click the button below this video and claim your risk-free copy of the Addiction Blueprint. The time is now. You're about to get access to the only scientific proven program that allows you to make any woman want you, especially if she thinks you're unattractive. Look, you already know that this video won't be up for long. If you want this breakthrough program, then you must act now. Click the button below this video, start using the program tonight, and get the girl that's been driving you nuts to be loyal and devoted to you. Here's what's going to happen when you click the button below. You'll be taken instantly to a simple form where you can be confident knowing that your data is private and guaranteed secure by McAfee and VeriSign with 128-bit encryption. And then, within a matter of seconds, you'll unlock the secrets within the Addiction Blueprint and have the woman every dude wants ready to drop her panties for you tonight. No embarrassing packages in the mail or weird names on your credit card. I don't know about you, but for me, I wouldn't want to let this opportunity walk right by me and jump into the lap of the next guy in line. The same guy that will end up stealing your girl away from you because you didn't know how to make her addicted to you. You've got a decision to make. You can either look at yourself in a week from now and see no new text messages from horny hot chicks, or you can check your phone and see another naughty picture from a new young girl in a sexy miniskirt that shows off her amazing legs perfectly and a text that reads, "Come on over, I have a surprise for you." What if getting women like this to literally schedule days that they can come over and please you is as easy as I told you about? What would your life be like in a month from now if you had that knowledge today? How powerful would you feel if you knew women better than they know themselves? Would you be more confident? Would you be happier? Would you be okay if some of your friends approached you in private and asked you if you could teach them how to do it like I did with my roommate Josh? You can feel completely confident that your private data is secure and safe because the checkout page has the latest software which guarantees nobody will know about your purchase except for you and me. Lock in your spot now by clicking the button below. Right now, you have a simple choice. Option 1 is the risky choice where you do nothing, let the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity pass you by, and give up your spot to the next guy online. Who will end up happily ever after with any woman of his choice, while you continue to waste your time, money, and emotions on girls who will go cold on you or end up cheating and leaving you penniless and brokenhearted? Or you can take option 2, the right choice. Risk nothing. Click the button below this video and get the addiction blueprint for just $67 right now. You will be one of the few who gets the first and only step-by-step system to make any woman addicted to you. You risk nothing because the results are guaranteed for a full 60 days. Listen closely. This is not a time for hesitation. It's a time for action. Go ahead, click that button. Get what every guy wants deep down, complete control over any woman. Look, if you haven't claimed your spot yet, you're probably on the fence about your decision, and that's completely fine. I've got a very important question that I want you to ask yourself right now. What is it worth for you to instantly make that girl who drives you crazy finally surrender to you? What is it worth to you to have the power to make any woman fall on her knees begging to be with you even if you're overweight, ugly, or old? What's it worth to never have to be in a situation when the girl you like never likes you back? What's that worth, $1,000? When you order right now, you're getting the system and 4 bonuses jam-packed with everything you could possibly need to make that girl yours for just $67 risk-free. Listen, we're here to take care of you. If you look below the video, you'll see a Contact Us button that you can click at any time to get support when you need it. I understand that it can be scary to buy things on the internet, but remember, we are always just one email away. If you're like most guys, you'll soon be saying that today's investment was the best investment you ever made because the Addiction Blueprint program will change your life. Remember, I shoulder the full risk. I'm offering you an ironclad guarantee. You've got a full 60 days to test drive this powerful program and return it for a full refund if it doesn't work for you. Your privacy is guaranteed. Your billing is discreet and confidential. You won't get any embarrassing packages at your door because it's all online. I've already told you that this video will be taken down by the end of the week. Spots are filling up fast, and it looks like your reserved spot is about to expire, but I will leave you with this. The 3 most important reasons why you need to act right now, and click the button below. 1, I have to take this video down soon before someone else does. 2, your satisfaction is guaranteed 100%. 3, you're guaranteed to get any woman you want addicted to you for the rest of your life the instant you click the button below this video and complete your order. Let's do this. Now is the time to act.